Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel, Green Lion Goddess. This is your weekly read using the Mythic Tarot cards. So let's get straight into it and find out what energy is around for you guys this week. Just going to keep shuffling until I get told to stop. Okay, great. So what do we have for the beautiful Aquarius this week? Okay, we have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. Okay, they're two quite challenging cards, I would say, to get this week, Aquarius. So it might be an interesting week for you so far. Now, what I get is that, yes, you are going to be tested. There are challenges coming up for you guys this week, which I know is not exactly what you want to hear. But the good news with the Nine of Swords is that a lot of the swords are the element of air. So they're a lot to do with your thoughts. And see what I'm really drawn to is the sharpness of just the ends of the sword, sorry. And I'm just getting it's quite sharp. Some very sharp, pointy thoughts. Very negative thoughts this week, but the good news about this card is that they're mostly in your head, not necessarily, but because we've got the Five of Wands here with a situation, this is Jason, he's on his final quest. This is the final battle for him to defeat the dragon that's guarding the golden fleece. You can see the little golden fleece in the dragon's clutches. That seems important, the way the dragon's clutching onto something. I feel like I'm just getting a sense of what's happening with you guys this week, Aquarius, or for some of you anyway, is that something's kind of in someone else's clutches. I'm just getting clutches, and you're just trying to prize it away. And it is a challenge. Now, the good thing about this Five of Wands is that this is the last challenge that Jason has to face before he wins and succeeds and gets the golden fleece. So it's kind of like the last hurdle. And so the Nine of Swords, I feel like I just get that this is kind of stressing you out a little bit, the situation. So often the Nine of Swords is about, realistic fears. It's kind of in the imaginary fears that aren't necessarily based in reality. But I think, that because we've got the Five of Wands, there is some kind of a struggle. You're fighting over something. That's the real sense I'm getting, is that you're fighting over something. Whatever that golden fleece represents to you, you're kind of engaged in some sort of struggle with someone where someone has something and you want it. So it's a bit of a, to-fro, but you're fighting over something is really the message I'm getting with that, Aquarius. And so here we have the Knight of Cups. So this is sometimes the Pisces card. Now this is about moving forward with some kind of offer, and I'm getting there's some kind of offer, and I just got the words offer of peace. So I feel like with this situation, this conflict, I just keep getting this to and fro with somebody. It's somebody, you'll want something, it's like a tug of war kind of situation, but it is stressing you. But I feel like it could be resolved. I feel like there could be a peaceful resolution with the Knight of Cups coming in. And I feel like it's almost like both people are willing to put their defences down. And so the Knight of Cups is kind of saying there's some sort of offer of a peaceful resolution. I think it gets to the stage, what I'm feeling is that it's getting to the stage where it's just getting too much for both of you, and you both acknowledge that. Now, it could be something like an acrimonious split, and it's around the children. We're fighting over the custody of the children, and we're just realizing that this is kind of the feeling of it. Doesn't have to necessarily be your situation, but the feeling I'm getting is kind of like a custody battle, and that it gets to the point where you both can see that it's not good for you, it's not good for both of you, but it's also not good for the thing that you're fighting over, or the person or the situation that you're fighting over. So there's a realization with this Knight of Cups coming in that this situation is having a negative impact on everybody, not only the players that are the main instigators of the battle, the fight, the struggle, whatever this is, but it extends further out to other people within your group, whether it's children, other work members, And so then, yeah, with the Four of Wands, basically we're getting a regrouping. So this is Jason before he sets out on his quest for the Five of Wands. And what he's doing is, you can see the boat in the background. He's about to set sail, but he's preparing, he's gathering his forces again. He's working out what he needs in terms of moving forward. So I think it's a clarification of both parties, of working out a mutual agreement that will suit both of you moving forward. What do you need moving forward, and gathering those resources to you. The Four of Wands is also quite, I'm just getting quite physically, like it's physical things that you're drawing in close to you. So whether it's, it's just this sense of sorting out a situation. So whether it's making sure that all the documents are in order, or the books are in order, or the legals are in order, it's just kind of gathering the resources that do you need, like legal advice, do you need just a sense of getting everything into order and gathering resources. Now, the Ten of Pentacles, I have been getting all along kind of this acrimonious split almost on a family level. Like, so here with the Ten of Pentacles, that's what's coming in, is that this is kind of what the resolution is about. It's what's best for a group of people, and usually in this case it's usually the family. So a family situation, because I'm getting children. You see, there's children in this card, so that's why I was getting a very strong sense that there's children in a situation that are kind of in the middle of some sort of conflict, but because this Ten of Pentacles is long-term resolution, so this resolution that's coming, it has long-term consequences, and it's positive with the Ten of Pentacles. So it's coming to an agreement that's going to kind of suit everybody. Like I said, there's the parents, there's the children in this card, there's generations. So it's a generational family thing, but the Ten of Pentacles is also about getting through conflicts over a long period of time. Like it's a relationship, it's a long-term relationship. This is just not a fly in your pants kind of relationship. This might be somebody that you are married to, or you've had children with, or someone in your family, a long friendship that you've had with somebody. And so it's finding a way that you can all come together. Like, I'm just being drawn to the fact that they're together again. So for some of you, it may be a resolution of getting back together, but I'm just getting there's a joining together of a resolution. So that may not mean necessarily I'm just keep getting peaceful resolution. So it may mean that you come to an agreement that's going to work long term for everybody. And in terms of yourself, it's going to be much more positive for you as well. So then we have the Two of Wands. So again, we've got the Wands, which is all about the fire energy. It's to do with passion and drive, and how you're feeling about yourself as well, like what you're looking for the future. And this is Jason. Funnily enough, we kind of seem to be going backwards in Jason's journey. We've started with the Five of Wands, and then so it's this sense of, and then we've gone to the Four of Wands. Sorry, I'll take my finger off it. And now we're on the Two of Wands. So it's almost a sense of backtracking, like being back at the beginning again, like a relationship's over and you're back. The sense I'm getting is that you're back at the start. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic relationship, but I feel like with this resolution, you're kind of back at the start again. The Two of Wands is kind of that feeling I'm getting. So it's cyclical. There's a cycle happening, and it's almost like, oh no, I've got to start that all over again. So looking to the future, you can see that Jason's looking forward. There is a new dawn rising, but I'm just getting on his face this sense of, here I am again. I wasn't expecting to be here again. And it's kind of a bit of the same old thing. Okay, like it might be that you're single again, and you're a little bit older this time, and you kind of weren't expecting that to happen. Or you've kind of always thought that this was the job that you would stay in. It's this sense of you always thought that what it was, something that you had was permanent, is not anymore. It's kind of ended, and it might have been a bit of conflict around the ending. And so this is a renewal and the start again with the Two of Wands. And I get the sense it's looking for a new, so often this is about partnership, but what the feeling I'm getting from this card is that it's looking for a new partner, looking for someone new to connect with, because of what's happened with this Five of Wands, whatever conflict this is, it's left like it feels like it's left a big space in your life. It's left a big, it's like you're looking to fill that space again. So whoever this person was that's kind of just left your life, you've managed to find a peaceful resolution, but it's like you're not going to be best friends anymore, you're not going to be lovers anymore, but yes, we can tolerate and have a conversation and talk to each other, but then it's like, but now I've got to go out dating again, or now I've got to go out and find new friends. So it's just got, I've got to find a new job when I thought I was always going to be in that job. It's just kind of it's got that energy to it. Now, what I'm really just being drawn to for a second was, see in the cave there, that is Chiron. He's a centaur and he's the wounded healer and teacher. But he has great wisdom from the experience. I feel like you've learnt a lot. And so when you move forward again into this, even though it feels like you're on the hamster wheel and, I'm back here again and wasn't expecting it, you'll do things differently because you've learnt a lot from your previous experiences. You will bring that wisdom that's kind of coming out of the cave, coming out of what you've learnt from this experience. So I feel like, it's a funny feeling. It's like been there, done that, but I'm doing things differently. And now, again, counting back. So it's counting down almost. So we've gone from the Five of Wands to the Four of Wands to the Two of Wands and now to the Ace of Wands. Now, the fire energy just seems to be really important to you guys this week, Aquarius, and that's really about finding your passion and drive and finding what really makes you tick again. And it might be within this situation that you've lost. There's been a bit of conflict around something and you've lost a little bit of your passion and your drive. You kind of lost a little bit of who you are. And so the fact that we're kind of retracing our steps back, now that may mean something for someone as well, retracing steps back around a conflict. But the Ace of Wands is about kind of going back to the start again, back to the beginning again. Like we said, we're back to the beginning, but it's about, was what I was trying to get to, and I just completely forgot what I was saying for a second. It's about finding that spark within and connecting back into your spark is what I'm getting, your drive, what kind of makes you feel good again in the world. So again, it's like forward looking out, but it's really like back to the source is what I'm getting, back to your fire, connecting back to your passion, what you'd love to do in the world, what activities do you like to do, because I just feel like there's this sense of there's a void, and it's almost like a renewal, a new lease, but it's kind of like what do I do? Like there's a sense of apprehension around it. So it's coming back to your source, okay, with the Ace of Wands. It's really coming back to yourself, to your own energy, your own fire. And that's what I'm getting with this card, the Ace of Wands. And interestingly enough, just to be clear, you have the golden fleece. The thing that you've been fighting over, that's in the dragon's snatches, the claws, that's the thing I'm really, someone's got something that you want, you've got it. In the end, you end up getting what you want. You end up getting what it is that you're fighting over and starting again. So it kind of comes back to the origin, back to full circle. So that will kind of mean different things. But looking forward is Zeus. This is Zeus, the king of the gods. And Zeus has got the world in one hand, the golden fleece draped over him. He's got what he wants. So it's this sense of it's almost like you won, but it's also like both of you won. Like it's not like you won and someone squashed, but you feel like you've won because it's been a good resolution to whatever it is that's happened. And so you can look forward, but it feels like a little bit like, yes, there has been a lot that has gone on in the battle and a lot that's kind of lost, but a lot that's been gained as well at the same time. So that's what I'm getting for you guys this week, Aquarius. So let's ask for one final card card from your soul or up above or the divine energies, whatever that you call it. I might be getting a little bit more information here about this Ace of Wands, but just bear with. We'll ask for one more card and see what else comes out. Final little parting message for Aquarius. What can we get for you guys? Okay. The Strength card. Okay. Interesting. So it's basically saying, and it's interesting that we've got the Cave here in the Two of Wands, and also in the Strength card. But the fact that the Strength card has come out, and it's the only major arcana in your whole spread, Aquarius, which makes me think as well that this is going to be the most important card, obviously. But the fact that there's no major arcanas means that this is something that's kind of been happening for a long time. It's not earth-shattering and not life-changing because you kind of knew it was happening. And it's like, I feel like there's other aspects of your life where other big things could be happening. It's not all encompassing. So it's, it doesn't have any major arcanas, it feels like, we're in that surface level of resolution. It's not going to go too deep. It's not any major, huge lessons. I feel like you've learnt what you needed to learn, and now it's just a matter of shutting the door on that. And so with the Cave is basically what that represents to me. The fact that we had the Cave in the Two of Wands and the Cave in the Strength card represents to me everything that you've kind of learnt in this process, in this struggle, and in this relationship with this person, whoever this is. I feel like that's what you've gained inside. It's your internal wisdom and strength that you've gained. And because we've got the Strength card coming out so strong, this is Hercules defeating the Nemean lion. And the Nemean lion had a coat that no human weapon could pierce. And Hercules went into the cave and worked out that the only way that he could kill this lion was with his own bare hands, his own brute strength, basically. That pure human, what it takes to be human strength. So I feel like you're kind of really tapping into that internal strength, that willpower, that strength, internal strength. But it's all about just, it's hard to, I just keep getting human strength. So I'm trying to work out a way to explain that. But it's like what makes us human is what gives you strength. So it's the things that, the broken hearts, the worries, the stress, everything that's kind of come out over this card, that's like a normal human kind of response. But that is actually what, in the end, is going to give you the strength to get through this, Aquarius. So that's the message from up above. And the other message just with this card is that you do have the strength. It's almost like I'm just getting an acknowledgement that whoever's up there watching you can see how strong you are. So other people may not, you may not. I don't know if you do feel that way. I feel like you do, because I feel like Aquarius are quite strong, whoever's identifying with this, but it's being acknowledged. It's being seen. I can see you. I can see how strong you are, is the message. So I hope that makes sense for some of you guys, and that it helps if you are in that sort of situation. If you would like to hear more, please subscribe, like, or leave a comment. I will be uploading these at the same time each week. Otherwise, take care and see you next time, Aquarius. Bye.